What's up guys, Sal here. So even though there's no confirmation on whether or not the Huawei Mate 30 Pro would come with Google services, they still went ahead and announced the launch date of the Mate 30 series, which by the way is happening on September 19th in Munich. We've seen multiple leaks of this handset already, but today we are getting a clearest and detailed look of the handset, which is coming from Ever Reliable on Leaks in collaboration with PriceBaba. Remember that these are based on the official CAD schematics, so they are legit. As you can see, it looks exactly the way we expected it to look like. Circular camera at the back which houses 4 cameras, a xenon flash at the side, waterfall display and a wide notch at the front. At the side there's only a power button and no volume rocker. Instead the phone will have a touch sensitive area above the power button which will let you control the volume by sliding up and down. That said, there's one thing about the design that I find really weird, and it's the frame above the notch as well as the chin. Usually the metal frame doesn't stretch into the display, but in this case it is. It's a weird design language that makes it look ugly in my opinion. As you can see, the aluminum frame doesn't stretch into the front on the Galaxy Note 10, so it's weird looking at it on the Mate 30 Pro. There must be a reason for that, I guess, because I don't think a person with a sane mind would design something like this to make it look good, except for Apple designers. Anyway, I'm hoping it's just the renders and the device looks good in real life than what it is being portrayed here on this render. So the Huawei Mate 30 Pro will have sound on display technology where the sound comes through the display. Even though there's a space up there to put an earpiece, Huawei still decided to go with a sound on display technology. By the way, the P30 Pro also has the same tech, so it isn't surprising to see this tech carried over to the Mate 30 Pro as well. I think companies should stay away from this unless it's absolutely necessary, because if we measure the quality, the earpiece still sounds miles better than the sound on display technology. So unless they improve the tech and unless there's no space left up there to put the earpiece, companies should keep using the conventional earpiece speaker. The Huawei Mate 30 Pro will be officially launched on September 19th, but according to new information, Huawei is deciding to hold back the release date of the handset in Europe and in the rest of the world except for China. You see, Huawei totally understands that the Mate 30 Pro will surely flop without Google services. In China, it's a different story. Google services are already banned in that country, so this doesn't even matter to Chinese people. But for the rest of the world, it's a deal breaker. So Huawei will launch the handset on September 19th and will release it in China, but for the rest of the world, they'll hold back on the release date while they figure out how to best respond to its lack of access to officially licensed version of Android. Of course, that being said, if you want to keep updated with all the Mate 30 Pro coverage, then please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.